Good evening and welcome to this edition of Eagles Basketball Streaming. I'm Noah Frary. Tonight going to be a matchup between your PCC Eagles and the visiting Welch College Flames. Eagles walking away with a victory earlier in the season, 87-78 on the road up in Nashville against Welch College. They're going to look to repeat that tonight. Also going to get a chance to witness some potential history tonight. If Jared McCrillis scores 3 points tonight, he will become the 28th player in Eagles history to score his 1,000th point of his career. We're going to take a moment now to meet our Eagles. We'll be back with a interview with head coach Mark Getch following that. Welcome back to this one. I'm joined by head coach Mark Getch before this matchup between the Eagles and the Welch College Flames. Coach, injuries have been a struggle this year, but it seems like we're finally getting healthy. Talk to me a little bit about how good it must feel to have your squad back on the court.
We are getting a little bit healthier, but we still have a couple guys that are just managing as much as they can, have to limit their minutes a little bit, but it's exciting to see us be able to practice with a full squad, and it's good to have that depth on the bench.
Now, we've played Welch College a couple times over the last couple seasons. We tend to do really well up on their court. Last year, buzzer beater here at home. You played them earlier on in the season. Ian Johnson finishes that game with 20 points. John Clay with 17. So what are you guys going to need to do tonight in order to potentially walk away with a victory at home?
Well, they've got 4 players right now. Last 5 games, they're averaging double figures, led by Luke Charlton's averaging about 23 his last 5 games. He's a phenomenal little guard. Can really shoot it, can take it off the dribble. The thing that hurt us up there, we gave up 17 offensive rebounds. We've got to do a good job. We've got to be aggressive on the boards. And so a lot of the game tonight, if our defense is there, we got a good chance to compete.
Now, you mentioned 4 guys for them scoring in double figures over the last couple of games. Your team, you've got 5 guys averaging in double figures this season, but not necessarily that one dominant scoring threat. So who needs to step up tonight in order to potentially walk away with a victory?
Well, I'd like to see John Clay have a good game, just be steady and find his shot. Always like to see Adam Poole get his shot going. Just gives him more confidence when he's on the court, if he can knock down a couple shots. Of course, Jared McCrillis is hunting 1,000 points right now, 3 away. And so he's having a good season. Ian's not far away from 1,000. So put them all together. We try to get good looks for everybody. So, we try to take what the defense gives us.
Now, you mentioned Jared McCrillis there. With that 1,000th point, he'd become the 28th player all time to do that. A big milestone for him. I know you've been out here and seen a lot of those players do this. But at the same point, Jared McCrillis has really made a huge difference. His senior year put a lot of work in, and you've seen it pay off out on the court. How proud are you of Jared and the work that he's put in over 4 years?
It's neat because he's always had the skill set. This year he's added the assertiveness to just go do it. And I think that's what's setting this season apart. He's just stepped up, however you want to frame it. And he's just taken those opportunities and, in a sense, put this team on his back a little bit.
Great. Thank you so much, Coach. Best of luck tonight. Let's go get that W.
And there you have it, straight from the mouth of head coach Mark Getch. Should be a good game tonight. Eagles finally healthy, looking to put it all together tonight against a talented Welch College team. Got a chance to talk with Welch College coach Greg Faubush before this game. He said his team has played an extremely difficult schedule this year. They've dealt with some injuries, much like the Eagles, but he's hoping that they start to peak at the right time. So here's hoping that the Eagles are able to come out here and play well tonight against Welch College. The Eagles need this one. It's been a rough season for them. As we start to get ready for the regional tournament and the big one against Bob Jones next weekend, the Eagles need to start gaining some confidence. A victory tonight would go a long way in doing that. As I've already mentioned a couple times tonight, be watching out for Jared McCrillis in this game. He's leading the team in scoring this season, but he's about to reach a personal milestone, one that only 27 other people in Eagles history have ever reached. With 3 more points, Jared McCrillis over the 1,000-point mark for his career. So look for Jared to get that milestone out of the way early and then potentially put the Eagles on his back when they needed him most. The Eagles, very consistent scoring, 5 people averaging in double figures. They need someone to step up tonight if they hope to walk away with it. Look for McCrillis, look for John Clay to potentially be that player to step up for this Eagles team if they hope to walk away with a victory tonight. Want to thank you for tuning in. We just saw a great girls game, expecting a great guys game as well, so make sure you stick around. We're going to go ahead and throw it down to the court now. Prayer, national anthem, starting lineups coming up next, and we'll be back right before the tip-off to call some Eagles basketball home game tonight.
Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's game is between the PCC Eagles and Welch College. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, please stand as we are led in prayer by Avery Gardner.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father God, Lord, we exist to glorify you. Lord, I pray that our lives would represent that truth, Lord. God, I thank you for these athletes, Lord. I thank you for the abilities that you have given them. Lord, we pray that we would have a Christ-centered game tonight, Lord. May we do everything to your honor and your glory, Lord. And I just pray that you would just be with us, Lord. Help us to trust in you. And Lord, I just pray you help us to have a great game tonight, Lord. We pray all these things in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. Sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting tonight for Welch College, number 0, Newman Ward. Number 3, Luke Charlton. Number 10, Jonathan Pillow. Number 20, Marlon Mitchell. Number 35, Tyler Justice. Welch is led by Coach Greg Fawbush. And now for your Pensacola Christian College Eagles! Starting tonight for your Eagles, a sophomore standing at 6'3" from Nigeria, number 0, James Shotamu. A senior standing at 6'2" from Nassau, Bahamas, number 11, Ian Johnson. A junior standing at 6'5" from Norton, Ohio, number 21, Dakota Pratt. A freshman standing at 6 foot tall from Fort Collins, Colorado, number 22, Adam Poole. A senior standing at 6'7" from Sangertown, Pennsylvania, number 41, Jared McCrillis. The Eagles are led by Coach Mark Getch and with assistant coach Marlon Gardner. Officiating for tonight's game is Marcus Williams, Mark Sandoval, and Ryan Campbell.
And there you have it, the starting lineup for both squads in this one. For the Welch College Flames, number 0, Newman Ward, number 3, Luke Charlton, number 10, Jonathan Pillow, number 20, Marlon Mitchell, and rounding out the starting 5 for head coach Greg Fawbush's Flames, number 35, Tyler Justice. And for your Eagles, the regulars, number 0, James Shotamu, number 11, Ian Johnson, number 21, Dakota Pratt, number 22, Adam Poole, and rounding out the starting 5, the big man himself, number 41, Jared McCrillis. We're just moments away from tip-off in this one. Should be a good matchup tonight. The Eagles come into this one 5-21 on the season, looking to score a big victory against the Welch College Flames. The Flames averaging 77 points a game on the season. The Eagles looking to keep it close in this one. Eagles being outscored in their losses so far this season by an average of 16 points. That's going to need to turn around tonight if they hope to walk away with a victory. McCrillis wins the tip. Poole's got it now. He's going to find Shotamu up top. And we're off. McCrillis gives way to Johnson, who goes backside. Pull-up jumper. That one, nothing but net. Ian Johnson gets the scoring started early. Mentioned in the pre-broadcast the game up in Nashville earlier this season. Ian Johnson playing huge for the Eagles, finishing with 20 points in that one. If he has a big game tonight, the Eagles should be able to run away with it. Johnson gets 4. Ian Johnson playing some inspired basketball early on tonight. Charlton now bringing it forward for the Flames. He's the leading scorer for the Flames at just under 17 points a game. Adam Poole got a tough task guarding him tonight. Charlton missing that shot, rebound by Pratt, and Poole going to bring it forward. Poole over to the corner. Johnson pull up for 3, hits it. Ian Johnson, a one-man wrecking crew. 7-0 Eagles. And the other way now, McCrillis gets the rebound. Eagles looking to push it again. Poole's got it. McCrillis going to trail. McCrillis going to pick up the foul there. First foul on the Flames. That one going to go on number 35, the big man, Tyler Justice, down low. A 6'7" forward from Greenville, North Carolina. Poole going to find McCrillis. He's going to thought about it. Shotamu over to Poole, pump fake. Back to McCrillis. He's looking inside to Pratt. Finds Poole, now fed inside to Pratt. Pratt going to work. The big man, turn around, and the layup. Dakota Pratt going to work inside. Newman now got it up top. He's going to find Pillow in the wing. Pillow drives, wild shot, rebound by McCrillis, and he's going to push it. McCrillis cross court to Poole. That shot waved off, but the Eagles going to have the ball on the baseline. That's going to be the second foul now on Tyler Justice. Eagles getting the big man in foul trouble. Poole going to do the honors on the inbound. McCrillis going to try to get open. Poole to Shotomu. Shotomu inside to Pratt. Layup is good. Eagles running away with it early on, 11-0. The fans loving it. Charlton now working on Poole. He's going to find Smith, who just checked in. Smith pull-up jumper, good. And the Flames able to get on the board. Johnson got it on the wing, tried to feed it into Pratt. But that one's stolen there by Mitchell, who's going to bring it coast to coast. And the charge! Jared McCrillis hasn't found the basket yet tonight, but picks up the big charge for the Eagles. Everything going right. They're up 11-2, just 3 minutes in. Substitutions now in for the Flames. Ward out. Reynolds in. McCrillis, he's still sitting dangerously close to that 1,000-point mark. The next three-pointer he hits, he's going to get there. He'd become the 28th player in Eagles history to get over the 1,000-point mark. McCrillis going to drive now, and now he's 1 point away. The fans keeping track of it up behind me. Jared McCrillis sits on a precipice, 999 points in his Eagles career. Shotomu guarding Mitchell out on the wing. Mitchell going to drive baseline, kick. Goes to Pillow, who finishes the layup. But Eagles going the other way in a hurry. Shotomu over to Poole. Poole hits the three-pointer, but we're going to have a charge in the lane. Shotomu didn't like that call. That foul going to go on Shotomu. Barnett to check in. (13-4) Eagles. A good way to start this one. Charlton going to bring it forward. He's picked up by Poole. Good sign there on that last play to see Adam Poole drain that shot. He's been missing them, but he's been hoping his shot's going to come back towards the end of the season. Although that one waved off, good to see him hit that one, build some confidence in the early going tonight. Smith with it, pull-up jumper, no good. Johnson with the rebound finds Pratt. Pratt able to corral it. Shotomu over to Poole. He thought about it, now back to Johnson. He'll pull it. Ian Johnson, that one just short. Pratt with the tip in. Second effort is good. Dakota Pratt makes it 15-4 Eagles. The Flames searching for answers right now. Charlton with a nifty move. Back now to Smith. Pull up three. Nothing but net. Spencer Smith hits it with a hand in his face. McCrillis has got it. Fed inside to Pratt. Layup no good. Battle for the ball. Johnson second effort. And he's going to get fouled. Eagles taking care of business on the glass so far. You're going to see John Clay now check in with the score, 15-7. Clay probably coming in for Shotomu. Johnson drains the first free throw. Johnson's second upcoming. Johnson missing the second. The Flames able to come down with the rebound. Clay in, Thomas in at the next buzzer for the Eagles. Charlton now working, pull-up jumper over McCrillis and hits it. As you like to say in basketball, hand down, man down, Luke Charlton making Jared McCrillis pay. Poole pushes it forward, finds Clay, over to McCrillis. McCrillis fouled, gonna head to the free throw line. He hits this first one, that'll be 1,000. The fans getting on their feet. Jared McCrillis, a 4-year starter for the Eagles, has a chance to break 1,000. The fans getting excited. Little added pressure on this one. McCrillis, he's pretty good from the free throw line. There it is. Jared McCrillis, give him 1,000 for his career. Fans letting him hear it. Congratulations, Jared McCrillis. Let me be the first to say, Jared McCrillis, the 28th player in Eagles history to break the 1,000-point mark. Congratulations, Jared McCrillis. He's been huge for the Eagles this year, averaging just over 14 points a game. Really been a much improved McCrillis this year. A lot more confident. His second free throw. And there's 1,001. Jared McCrillis forever down in the record books for the Eagles. Eagles up 18-10, 15:05 remaining, and we're going to get an offensive foul there. Foul going on number 23, Bryant Reynolds. McCrillis directing traffic on the inbounds. He finds Thomas. Thomas back to Poole. Poole finds Pratt over to Clay now. John Clay, we mentioned him in the pre-broadcast. 17 points in that first game of the year. He's been battling some injuries, but starting to come along. Poole over to McCrillis. Pull-up three-pointer. Nothing but net. The big man from distance. 21-10 Eagles. Eagles able to get the ball. Clay now pushing it up floor, trying to get past Barnett, but Barnett hanging right with him. Clay now fed inside to Pratt, working on Ward. Kick out to McCrillis. He's going to pull up. That one missed. Smith trying to get past Poole, but Poole up to the task. Clay slithering through some defenders. He's got the big man, Jared McCrillis! The fans letting the officials hear it. Offensive foul called on Clay, but that one would have been huge. The reverse slam by McCrillis is going to be waved off. Fans settling back down now. Smith, kick outside to Barnett, pull up three-pointer. That one is good. Clay upset. Blown assignment there. Poole now forward to Thomas. Been an exciting first couple minutes. Thomas running layup, and that one falls. Smith now guarded by McCrillis on the wing. The ball goes inside to Reynolds. He thought about going around Thomas, but then he decided that was a bad idea. Foul called there on McCrillis. That'll be his first. Johnson now in for the big man, Pratt. Mitchell driving baseline, and one. Marlon Mitchell able to finish through the contact of Andrew Thomas and head to the free throw line. It's 23-15. Mitchell looking to complete three the old-fashioned way. Clay now, he's got it. Pick set by McCrillis. Clay looking to get around, pull up off the glass, no good. Thomas gets his own rebound. Travel call on him. Hard to tell if he had possession on that one, but the official sees the foul and gives it, sees the travel and calls it. Thompson over to Mitchell, drives. Barnett. That shot missed, and Smith gonna pick up the foul. And that's gonna be 7 fouls on the Flames. Eagles gonna be in the bonus for the rest of the half. That happened really early. Eagles gonna shoot 1 and 1. Poole to be the first recipient of the 1 and 1. Adam Poole missing the front end. That's not something you see him do often. Mitchell now driving on Thomas. Hand straight up. And he's going to draw the foul. That's going to be 2 on Thomas. You'll probably see him check out. Mitchell hits the first, and Thomas going to check out of the ball game. Pratt back in. Frustrating couple of minutes for Andrew Thomas. Clay slithering inside, kick is to Poole. Pratt working inside, gets it. Dakota Pratt doing big man things. Decided to call in some broadcast reinforcements. My good friend Chris Simmons. I was gonna have to do this one by myself. Chris doing me a big favor and joining on. Chris, thanks for joining.
Hey, it's a blast to be here. Good to come in, see that we're leading right now. Kind of upset. It looks like I missed J-Mac's 1,000 point, but I'm glad I could be here nonetheless.
It was the almost 2 points that came after that 1,000 point that were better. Reverse alley-oop dunk got called off because of a charge, but a huge play. I haven't heard the fans that angry at an official in a long time.
That sounds very exciting. I probably would have been upset too if I was here.
Poole now swinging it around, finds McCrillis. Clay going to set up the offense now, working on Mitchell. Poole in the corner. Ball batted up. Taken away by Thompson, and the Flames pushing it forward. Ball over to Pelot, and he's able to finish with ease. Back to a 4-point game. Ian Johnson doing a little bit of cherry picking. Feeds McCrillis. He's hit hard. Going to head to the free throw line. Foul going to go on Thompson. Eagles already in the bonus.
And that's huge being in the bonus with over a half of the half left to play. Going to be shooting free throws from here on out. Once you get to that double bonus, it's guaranteed 2. Easy points if they can convert.
McCrillis hits the first. McCrillis makes it a 6-point game. Eagles up 27-21 midway through this first half of action. Smith faked the pass, keeps it, pull-up shot, no good. Pelot with the foul there, but again, no good. McCrillis bringing it forward. Tried to feed it inside, battle for the basketball. Flames come up with it. Pelot, another layup, that one no good as well. This is shaping up to be a good one. Up top to McCrillis! Jared McCrillis doing big man things tonight. That combination of Clay and McCrillis is lethal. Seeing them team up for 2 alley-oops in this one. Only one of them counted. McCrill is going to pick up the foul there. That's going to be his second. He's going to exit. Already been a big night for Jared McCrillis. Topping 1,000 points. The 28th Eagle all-time to do that. Playing well. Eagles up 8. He's going to get a breather. Thompson tried to throw it off the back of Pratt, but the Eagles able to snuff that one out. Clay, long three-pointer, no good. Drive inside to Thomas, able to corral it. Thomas out to Johnson. He thought about it, decided better. Now he's going to drive, working on Pelot, gets by him, but Pratt right there. Pratt again. Pratt able to finish the second one. Thompson, long range three, no good. Clay gonna push it again. Eagles got numbers. Clay working off the backboard and good. This one turning into a track meet. Pelot to the corner. That shot coming by Reynolds. Reynolds hits it. If you're just joining us, you've already missed a lot. Jared McCrillis breaking 1,000. Eagles playing well so far. Clay fed into Pratt. Easy one. The big man's got to eat, and he's eating good tonight. 35-24.
And you've got to be excited watching the Eagles come out playing hard, playing fast tonight after that heartbreaking loss last weekend. One they could have won easily. Jared McCrillis was on track to get 1,000 points that game, was unable to get it then. But he's got it tonight, and the Eagles are off and running tonight, playing fast, playing hard.
Chris, we've watched a lot of games this year, and I think what I'm starting to realize is how big of a piece John Clay is for this team. We've seen the Eagles struggle with turnovers throughout the season, but what you're starting to see with John Clay back, the Eagles able to play fast, and he's doing a phenomenal job at taking care of the basketball, and that's what's leading to this much improved Eagles offense.
Yeah, John Clay brings a much-needed piece to this offense. Sharp three-point shooter, fast and athletic, quick to the hole, easy to get underneath players for the up and under layups. He's just got it all on offense. Defense struggles a little bit because of his height and his wingspan, but he does enough to make up for it on offense that he is just such a crucial part of this Eagles offense and defense and team that without him, Eagles were struggling quite a bit without him while he was down with his injury, but it's glad to see him back now.
Clay now trying to get it across the halfway line. Pratt over to Thomas, pull-up three-pointer, buckets. Andrew Thomas hit that one with ease. 38-29, Little John as they head back the other way. Thomas, first game of the season against Welch College, went down with a broken ankle. He's been battling back, finally getting closer to returning to form. The Eagles starting to get players back at the right time that are starting to play well, and you have to think if you're in the South region, this is a very dangerous team.
Definitely. Played a really hard non-conference schedule that got them beat up a little bit, got them down a couple wins that they could have maybe had if they had played maybe a little bit easier of a non-conference schedule, but it's definitely helped them prepare for this South region. We got teams like Bob Jones, Trinity Baptist, Trinity College of Florida, teams that we know are at our skill level and that we could beat them any night. And it's nice to have that tough non-conference season to help prepare you to be tough when it gets into the conference season.
Really, you work all year so that at the end of the year you're ready to go. The Eagles starting to peak at the right time with a couple more good weeks of practice. Hopefully the Eagles are ready to go for that South Region tournament.
Fans not happy with this one. Shotomu kind of flew by him. Refs thought he might have smacked him on the arm. Shotomu doesn't think so, and definitely the fans don't think so either.
That boo there may be a little bit of a leftover from earlier on in the game. That one even a more difficult call. The fans really into it early on tonight, looking to will their Eagles to a victory, something they desperately need. Both free throws good, 38-31. Johnson thought about hitting the cutter Poole, but he's going to keep it. Drive baseline. Johnson going to have an opportunity to head to the line. Eagles taking it right to number 23, Bryant Reynolds, and they're having some good success. It's going to be 2 fouls there on Reynolds. 40-31, Ian Johnson going to have a chance to complete 3 the old-fashioned way.
And Johnson just has such a quick and hard step to the hole. He's able to cut to the basket with ease, and he makes defenders pay because he's got the ability to elevate over them and get those easy layups through contact.
We talked a lot about Jared McCrillis early on in this broadcast. He hit 1,000 points tonight. Ian Johnson pretty close behind. He'll do that before the end of the season. Ian Johnson, another one of those players that you just continue to see get better year in and year out, and this is a very good version of Ian Johnson. Pillow drives now, layup over Pratt, good. Welch College really doing a good job at getting inside right now, creating some opportunities, trying to find that hole in the Eagles' defense. Right now, that hole's been in the paint. Johnson drives baseline, kick to Poole. Poole over to Snow. Snow able to corral it now. McCrillis inside to Pratt. Off the glass. Newman Ward able to corral that one. Thompson, another one. That one short. Battle for the ball. Ward going to pick up his foul. That's going to be the first on Ward. Back to the other end now. Pratt going to shoot the free throws. Eagles been in the bonus most of this first half.
That's something you got to like as an Eagles fan, is a hard-fought, busted and bruising game, because the Eagles have a lot of depth on their bench. Looking over at Welch, they don't seem to have as deep of a bench as our Eagles. And that could really come into play later in the second half if this game keeps being as physical as it is in the first half.
Got a chance to talk to Flames head coach Greg Fawbush before the game. He said that his team really been dealing with some injury battles just like the Eagles. Seen a couple guys out for the season now. That's one thing the Eagles haven't had yet. Fed inside McCrillis. Another one. Threaded pass there by Ian Johnson. But back to Welch College, he said that with those injuries, they've really struggled to find a rhythm. They're also playing an extremely difficult schedule this year. 17 games against NCAA, 2 schools, NAIA 1s, NCAA, Division I schools, so an extremely tough schedule. And those injuries have continued to rack up for them, much like you've seen for the Eagles so far this season.
Yeah, tough schedule, injuries, a lot of things that'll come to make a team go through quite a rough stretch. Welch College definitely doing that, but they are playing strong tonight against our Eagles.
Eagles lead by 10. That foul going to send Mitchell to the line. 9 fouls on the Eagles. That's the first on Snow. Mitchell going to have a chance to get it within 10. In the game of basketball, you tend to like to see it within 5. The Flames trying to get back in this one. Mitchell putting his best foot forward. Eagles bringing the ball forward. Poole with it. Finds the sharpshooter Snow up top. He's guarded by Thompson. Johnson back to Pratt. 2-man game. Everything going the Eagles' way tonight. The passing has been superb. Smith puts a move on Poole. Drives. Puts a little English on that one. Gets the layup. Johnson going to drive, and the layup. Chris, this has to be some of the better ball movement that you've seen out of this team. This looks like a team that's starting to play with some confidence now that they have everyone back in the lineup.
Yeah, it's definitely a confidence booster to be playing on your home floor, playing with all your teammates back in the lineup. Big pieces like Andrew Thomas, John Clay back from injury. Even Dakota Pratt and Jared McCrillis towards the end of the first semester were a little bruised and beaten up. They're out of their tough non-conference schedule now into conference play. It's going to be a real treat to see these Eagles make a run at their region.
This one, a high-scoring affair so far. Both teams pushing 50 here with 5 minutes left in this first half. Has to be one of the better scoring first halves for the Eagles this season. McCrillis down the lane, thought about the slam, but the official going to call the foul. Jared McCrillis nearly took off from the free throw line there. That one would have been a poster.
He took off from that corner of the free throw line. I didn't think he had the length for that. He just barely didn't, but he really surprised me.
The 6'7" McCrillis, perhaps with a little extra giddy up in his step tonight after reaching 1,000 points. Just missing that one. The official calling the foul. McCrillis going to head to the line now. Eagles up by 6. McCrillis looking to make it more. Eagles taking care of the free ones so far tonight. Hitting with some pretty good consistency from the free throw line. That could play a big part in a victory tonight. This one's been close so far. Both teams really getting up and down the court well. This one may be a high-scoring affair. McCrillis is cool as the other side of the pillow from the free throw line. 53-45 Eagles up by 8 with 4:25 remaining. Clay back in now with Thomas. Thomas picks up Reynolds in the corner. Reynolds faces up, drives baseline. McCrillis now got Pillow out on the line. Scoop shot is good. Not much defense for either team in this one. Been a lot of offense.
Yeah, and Coach Gatch has got to be happy with the offensive effort so far. His team hasn't been able to score a lot of points early in non-conference play, but now getting back into the region, maybe they'll be able to turn that around. But the defense needs to tighten up. You never want to give up 50 for either team in the half. It's not a really good way to win a game if you're giving up 50 and a half, but if you're scoring more than them, then it doesn't matter in the end.
John Clay, coast to coast, putting the moves on. Just misses that layup. That one going to go out of bounds. Off Welch College, going to get a timeout on the floor. That one for the Flames. We're going to take a break as well. The ball inbound now. McCrillis got it up top. He's going to find his buddy Clay. Those two back from injury, and the Eagles needed that. Pull-up jumper by Johnson, no good. Offensive rebound by Thomas. Kick back to Clay for three. No good. Battle again. McCrillis gets it. Finishes. Could have been a foul there. Eagles cleaning up their messes right now. The offensive rebounding has been great for the Eagles. McCrillis one-on-one with the basket. This could be nasty. Jared McCrillis had one man to beat, and it was the basket, and he hit that one hard. 57-47 Eagles.
Jared McCrillis is just playing out of his mind tonight. I don't know what got into him other than maybe scoring 1,000 points on his career. That could be a big part, but he is just playing lights out tonight.
There had to be something in the water at the Four Winds tonight because this Eagles team getting up and down the court in a hurry tonight. 57-47, one of the highest scoring halves of the season for this Eagles squad. And they're not finished yet with 2:26 remaining. Turnover now, Clay pushing the pace again. Clay doing some work on Pelot. No good, battle for the ball. Reynolds able to come away with it. McCrillis didn't want to pick up his third there wisely. Pelot gets the finish. 8-point basketball game. Eagles looking to break 60 here in the first half. The pep band with chance of PCC breaking out. Clay pull up three for 60. No good. Clay chasing it down, and he's going to pick up the foul. You got to like the hustle there from John Clay.
Definitely. I mean, it was a hurry-up play. He shot. He saw it wasn't going to go, and he was running to try and get that rebound. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to get there in time. Knocked it out of bounds. It'll be the Flames ball coming down the court.
Smith bringing it forward. He's been up to the task tonight, hitting from distance a lot. Barnett pull-up three-pointer, no good. Eagles on the break again. Clay slows it down a little bit this time. Now he tries the blow-by. Kick around McCrillis, pull-up three-pointer. That one just missed. Thomas gets the offensive rebound inside. Thomas a little bit upset with himself. Talked to him pregame. This was the game up in Nashville. First game of the season. Goes down with a broken ankle. He said he came into this game with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Looking to come out playing well. He's done that so far. Another one of those pieces off the bench right now for the Eagles. Lockett now in for Clay. Thomas from the free throw line with the Eagles up by 9. Hits it. It's a 10-point basketball game. Barnett drives, kicks. Smith pull up. Misses that one. The foul by Pelot is good. Eagles struggle to get the ball inbounds. Jailbreak. Thomas tries to find McCrillis. Tip back. 61. Jared McCrillis playing the role of point guard for the Eagles. He's doing everything. Smith missing that one. Pelot off the glass and in.
And no, I can't really tell anymore. Are we watching a NCAA Division II game, or are we watching an NBA game? Because this score is just crazy.
At this point, the two teams on pace for a 122-106 game. You have to believe that both coaches are going to try to figure out how to slow this one down defensively in the second half. But these two teams scoring at will. Chris, you mentioned it a couple of minutes ago. In a game like this where it's been back and forth, up and down the court at high speeds, the depth of the Eagles bench is going to play a role in this second half.
Most definitely. Just being able to put out fresh legs, get your starters some rest, being able to get new players on the court and get them experience. Welch College doesn't have that. They don't have the fresh legs ability that the Eagles do. And all the legs on the Eagles team are able to play for this team. That's why Coach has them on this team. He wouldn't have them here if he didn't think that they could contribute. And it's nice to see that the Eagles would have that advantage should it come down to a foot race at the end.
Barnett going to bring it across the timeline. Pelot inside to Mitchell. Mitchell going to miss that one, but he's going to head to the free throw line. Foul going to go on Pratt. Tough one for him. That may be his second. It is. Dakota Pratt picking up his second foul with 9 seconds to go. Eagles with the shot clock off, going to have a chance for one more play here at the half. Mitchell missing that one. Battle for the basketball. Eagles to come up with it. 7 seconds to go. Poole pushing it.
I'd love to get that over to Johnson if you can.
Inside to Pratt. Oh, just missed. Ludka tried to get the foul there, but he's not able to get it. 62-54. Chris, a phenomenal half of basketball. Eagles getting up and down the court, scoring at will. We'd like to see the defense turn it around maybe in the second half, but you'd have to be extremely pleased with the offensive attack so far.
100%. And it's not necessarily either team is playing very bad defense. The offense is just tearing each other apart. Everyone's playing at a high intensity, high pace. Welch and our Eagles are both going off on offense. Yes, you want to see some lockdown for the Eagles on defense, but you also want to see them continue this pace on offense.
Eagles up 62-54 at the end of the first half. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with 3 minutes to go to break down what you just saw, as well as share some stats from the first half.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to influence your world for Christ? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
Working as a physical therapist, it is a ministry all its own to just build a relationship with the people. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is I want to help people get better.
I want to go to law school, get into a cybersecurity program. That way I can incorporate both programming and law, protecting companies from cybercrime.
I love being around people, and I love learning about people. I knew that with nursing, it wasn't just about helping people physically, like it was helping them spiritually too. That's what's important in life.
As I began to pray more, God, I have a huge decision to make. Where am I going to go to school? I only have one life. What do you want me to do with it? And he began to show me that what I enjoy doing can be used for his honor and for his glory. God led me to Pensacola Christian College to pursue my passion for finance through a biblical perspective.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but I know I need to go for nursing. So I'm gonna go and I'll have to study really hard, and I just didn't really look forward to it. But now, like on my third year, learning is so much fun. And I didn't feel like that freshman year.
I'll look back and I'll be like, man, I remember I used to struggle with that. And then maybe a freshman looks at what I'm doing and they're like, what are you even looking at? I'm like, this is easy stuff.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Last summer, I did an internship in Germany in a genetics lab, and I was able to use the techniques and tools I had learned in the labs here over there, and it made so much more sense because I already knew what I was doing and why I was doing it.
I think teaching is communicating facts, but I think the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
My teaching isn't about me, it's about where God is taking each individual student down the road.
We have great faculty and they honestly inspire me. Seeing all of these faculty members who have doctorates, you can definitely see what they've learned reflected through what they teach.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. I've had teachers other places and they'll say that, but if you go up to them, they don't really want to give you the time or try to respond. And here it's just totally different. You can just have a really good teacher-student relationship.
The faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. That philosophy will always work.
Sometimes they'll ask us, what verse do you think would apply to this? How a verse would relate to a situation.
Biblical worldview is seeing all of my life through what God has shown us in Scripture.
And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC in the first place, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
If my goal is to be in the will of God, it helps so much to know that my teacher has that same goal.
Everything that I see here is Christ-centered. Their main purpose is, we want you to see more of Jesus Christ. That is what I see in PCC.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives and make them more like Christ. I hope that I can just have a little part of molding and shaping them like the Lord Jesus Christ.
They want students to come out of PCC and to make an influence and an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
As president of PCC, I want you to know that we're committed to providing an excellent liberal arts education that's built upon the foundation and truths of God's Word. We won't compromise on biblical principles, and our purpose is to equip you for whatever it is God's called you to do. Make the most of this opportunity in life, and choose the college that best prepares you for that calling. PCC has so much to offer. We're located just minutes from the beautiful sugar white sands and emerald waters of Pensacola Beach. We're known for providing the best education value among accredited Christian colleges. And we have great facilities and activities that'll provide memorable experience to your college life. So as you think to the future and think about choosing a college, don't just choose a college because of its location, near home or by the beach. Don't just choose a Christian college because it's affordable like PCC is. And don't just choose a college because your friends go there and it looks like a fun place to attend. Choose a Christian college because God's called you there. Because that place will empower you to influence the world for Christ in whatever God's called you to do.
Growing up, I loved animals. I loved being outside in nature. I loved looking at how things were made, and I wanted to know more. Coming in as a freshman, I always thought, oh, it's just one simple biology class. I'll be fine. No, there's so much, and it's just amazing. I love learning about God's creation.
You can never learn everything about biology. You're always learning. And that's one of the exciting things about biology. There's so much information out there. You can do novel research. You can study things that have never been studied before.
I came and I visited the college, first thinking I was going to do nursing, and then I came in and I fell in love with the biology department. For labs, you dissect a lot of animals to see really what it is, so you see it hands-on. And that really helps in learning because there's a lot of people, me personally, I'm a hands-on person, that's how I learn. And you get to open up these different organisms and you get to see what's inside of it, and you get to see not only what you learned in class, you get to apply it.
The way we study biology here at PCC is through God's Word. That is the foundation to everything. So when you understand there is a creator God who is infinitely wise, who can speak things into existence, the whole field of biology just becomes wide open.
PCC biology is different in the fact that we don't just learn the creation side. You learn how to defend your faith. I feel like our teachers are so involved and they're there to help you. But more than just prepare us, I feel like they really do invest in our lives. They want to see you succeed and they really push you.
The way we've kind of set up the degree is just a basic biology degree, but we have electives that are built in that they can take and they can really customize it to what they want. That's kind of the springboard. The biology program's a great springboard, giving them the tools they need to succeed at the next level.
Now, being a senior, I'm looking at all these opportunities that I might have, and it's just so much. There's just so many fields you can go into, and I've had so many classes that really have prepared me. Wherever I may be, I really think that PCC has prepared me and set those standards high.
What greater thing to give your life to than studying God's Word? We need men and women who are completely in love with God and in serving others and in helping others. I think you would love studying the Bible here because of a well-balanced program. 2 Timothy 3 guides us in thinking correctly about ministry. We'll learn to do time-tested methods of carefully reading the Bible, diligently studying it, hiding parts of it away in our hearts and our memory. And then, as we know Him better, then we're better able to make Him known. Those beliefs would be the foundation that our program's built on. We have faculty who genuinely love the Lord, genuinely love our students. This is not just a career or a job for them. I see them in their offices, they're encouraging students, giving them instruction and help. You also have the great camaraderie of our ministerial program. We have over 30 churches in the area that work with our ministerial students, allowing them to intern there and serve with them. We're preparing you to be a certain kind of person that will help you to continue to learn and grow for the next 30, 40, 50 years of life and service that God gives you. Look around on our website, come to campus, visit us here, talk with other students in the major you're considering. Spend time with our faculty, ask questions of them. The Lord will guide you.
And we're back. If you're just joining us, a phenomenal first half. Eagles scoring a season-high 62 points in that half. Headlined by 21 from the big man, Jared McCrillis. He only needed 3 to hit 1,000, and he's done a lot more tonight. Jared McCrillis with 21. Ian Johnson, he's got 15. Pratt's got 14. Andrew Thomas, he rounds out the top 4 with 9. Eagles hitting 53% from the floor, 33% from behind the arc. Chris, the offensive attack tonight has just been lethal. They haven't been able to stop the defense for the Flames, really struggling to contain the Eagles so far.
Yeah, and as you can see, it's mostly in the paint. I think they said 38 points in the paint. That's over 2/3 of the score right there, just coming out of paint points. And you got to be happy with that. I mean, with Jared McCrillis just going off inside, I don't even know how many dunks he has at this point. It feels like at least 10, but I know it's not. But I mean, he is just tearing it up. Cody Pratt tearing it up inside. Ian Johnson slicing to the basket, getting the easy layups. It has just been all Eagles all night.
And not to just talk about the offense, another thing that's been absolutely on point tonight, the rebounding game. Eagles out-rebounding the Flames 31-12 in the first half, and a staggering 15 of those offensive rebounds. They've only given up 4 offensive rebounds. So the Eagles rebounding has really been the difference maker for the Eagles, led to a lot of second chance opportunities. The Eagles 13 second chance points in that first half compared to only 6 for Welch College. Head coach Mark Getch at the half really talked a lot about how it's going to be important in this second half to make sure they're switching. But then the other thing he really emphasized is the need to get back down the court. This has been a wide open game, both teams running both ways at will. Whichever team is able to get back, play some defense, is the team that's going to walk away with a victory tonight. For the Eagles, you have to like the fact they're up by 8. It's always nice to have a cushion going into the second half. It's going to be difficult to match the scoring that you saw in the first half, but if they're able to do that, if both teams are able to do that, this is going to be a fun basketball game.
Right. I mean, when he scores 62 in the first half, you can pretty much almost always say that's a lock that you're going to win this game. But right now, this is only an 8-point game. They cannot rest on that huge lead or that huge score that they put up in the first half because it's only an 8-point lead. They have to get back out there with the same intensity that they had in the first half, lock up on defense, switch onto their man, and just be able to keep scoring at will, and they'll walk away with this win.
Eagles scoring 62 points in the first half. They averaged 70 points on the season, so they are already tremendously ahead of that. Welch College, Coach Getch mentioning at halftime, they've scored 100 in each one of their last 3 games. So a very good scoring team. So the Eagles, they're going to need to be the ones that buck the trend. Welch College, they're used to scoring 100. The Eagles are going to need to continue to buck the trend. They haven't scored a ton this season, but they're playing well tonight. They're getting up and down the court, taking care of the basketball. If those things continue, this is going to be a good game.
Right, and you can't expect to be scoring 100-plus points a night when you're playing a really tough non-conference schedule. Some of these teams are just not meant to give up that many points to a lesser division team. Eagles tonight playing against Welch College, someone more along their lines of their skill set, and they are proving how dominant they can be offensively.
And as we mentioned, Jared McCrillis, the man of the night tonight, he only needed 3 points to get over 1,000 for his career. He did that in the first couple of minutes. He's at 21, becoming the 28th player in Eagles history to get over the 1,000-point mark. Got a chance to talk to him at half. The one thing he told me, he wanted to give a shout-out to his mom, who's back home watching the game. Said that he loved you, Mom, and thank you for everything that you've done. And for his dad, he's out on the road right now. He wanted to tell his dad, stay safe. Hope he's enjoying tonight's basketball game. So congratulations, Jared McCrillis, on what's been a phenomenal 4-year career, as well as a very neat milestone for him. And we're back into it, 62-54 here in the second half. Charlton driving on Johnson. The travel going to be called. But Ian Johnson throwing that one into the second row. Luke Charlton, he's been almost non-existent in this game, picking up 2 early fouls. He's only got 3 points. He averages 16 a game, so that could be one player for the Flames that if they can get him going, that could be scary and even build on top of an already strong offense.
But not if they keep feeding it inside to Dakota Pratt like they are right there. He is just on fire. He's eating it up down there. He loves playing inside, getting those hard-fought points, getting right in there on the defense and being able to put his will on them.
Charlton trying to drive past, but Pratt is there. Eagles getting a couple defensive stops. Assistant coach Marlon Gardner at the half talking about how the first really 4 possessions of that start of that game, of the start of this game, back-to-back stops, and how important that was to set the tone. And then you've seen the Eagles continue to build on that offensively. So the defense set the tone, and the offense has just been lights out.
Yeah, and the offense proved in those first few minutes they can get the stop, or the defense, in the first few minutes proved they can get those stops. They need to keep getting them right here. It's only a 10-point game, need to get a little bit more of a cushion before they can start really doing anything more than trying to just lengthen this lead.
Ian Johnson, step back three-pointer, no good, but Pratt is there. Dakota Pratt, give him 18 points. He's been a man inside. He already has a double-double, and we're just a minute into the second half. That's going to be Pelot there with the easy layup. Give him 21 at the half. He was an emphasis for the Eagles. He's kind of come out of nowhere, really scoring at will in this one, playing extremely well. And with Charlton being out of the game with foul trouble, Pelot really doing a good job at stepping up for this Flames team and has been a big reason why they're still in this basketball game. Pelot gonna hit it. It's a 9-point game. Johnson gonna keep it now, working on Mitchell. He finds Pratt on the wing. That's not his shot. Johnson trying to drive baseline. He's gonna keep it, tries to throw it off Newman. Ward. Shotomu over to Poole. Inside to Pratt. Pratt working. Dakota Pratt, that one nearly fell. He's been a man on a mission in this one. Some bad intentions inside. 18 points, 12 rebounds already for Pratt. He's got a chance to make it 20 with 2 made free throws. Pratt missing the first. And he's going to stay at 18. Pratt hits that one. Mitchell bringing it forward. He gets it up to Charlton at the top. Fed inside to Pillow, and another finish for him. He's got 24 to lead all scorers. Jonathan Pillow. McCrillis meets Ward at the rim. And the foul going to go on Ward. That'll be his third. McCrillis going to head to the line. He's already got 21. Looking to continue to build on that. McCrillis missing the front. Lane violation there on Ian Johnson. Wipe that free throw off. 67-59. Thomas going to check in now for Johnson. Pillow up top now to Justice. Justice going to find Mitchell. He's picked up by Thomas. Mitchell with the blow by, but Pratt able to bail out Thomas. That one swatted out of bounds. Chris, the help defense for this Eagles team has really been big tonight. Not a lot of defense in the first half, but when they've needed it, they've been able to make some good plays.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you really like to appreciate getting back on track tonight. Really struggled with it last weekend. Was something that just, it wasn't going for them. They weren't getting across the lane to help. They weren't getting back behind to help when someone got blown by.
Officials trying to get the clock situation sorted out. And they do. We're back to basketball. McCrillis going to inbound to Poole now. Back to McCrillis. He puts a nice spin move on, finds Thomas. Over to Poole in the corner. Poole, pull up three-pointer. Adam Poole hits it. That one has to feel good. The freshman, his shots kind of disappeared late in this season. So it has to feel good for him to hit that one. 70-59, Eagles, Adam Poole with the three. Chance of defense ringing out. But Justice having none of that. Shotomu just missed Thomas inside and then tried to feed one. But Shotomu able to get back, make up for his mistake. Now he's going to push it forward, find Thomas who thought about the three. Shotomu inside to Pratt. Pratt working. Hook shot. No good. One of the lone misses so far tonight for the big man, Pratt, down low.
No one out to help on that three-pointer. It's going to be a wide open shot. Easy one for the Flames.
The Flames shot a blistering 50% from behind the three-point arc in the first half. Eagles needing to continue to work to chase the Flames off the three-point line. Justice hitting a big one there, and it's back to a 6-point game. Back to Poole again. Poole missing that one, tries to get his own rebound, but Mitchell able to control it. Charlton working on Shotamu, and he gets the layup with the contact. No foul called. It's a 4-point game. Eagles struggling to score the basketball a little bit here in the second half, but we definitely witnessed a treat in the first half. That's going to be 3 fouls on Charlton. Head coach Greg Faubosh going to leave him in, putting a lot of faith in his junior guard from Nashville, Tennessee. This should be a good matchup here, too, from the point guard position. You see Clay and Charlton, both a little bit undersized for the point guard position, but both with really good handles. This is going to be fun to watch. Mental mistake there by the Eagles. They're still up here by 4 with 15-11 remaining. Pillow on the wing, picked up by Thomas. He's been on fire, but that one gonna miss. Clay gonna bring it forward, looking to get some penetration. Back outside to Poole. McCrillis got it. Tries to find Pratt. Battle for the basketball. Eagles going to come up with it. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Eagles reset. Clay up top for 3. Daggers. John Clay a little bit frustrated with his shot at the half. Felt like he should have hit a few more. That's big for him.
Like we said, he's such a prolific three-point shooter. It's just a matter of when he gets going, not if he gets going. You'd like to see him get going earlier in the game and keep it throughout the whole game, but it's nice to see him coming alive here in the second half.
Clay looking to push. He's picked up by Charlton in the half court. Pratt sets a big screen inside to Thomas. Eagles a little off with that one. Charlton now going to drive. Poole meets him at the rim. Charlton now going to head to the line. Not a bad foul there by Poole in transition, but it's going to be 3 on him. We'll see if that decision pays off here in a second.
Those mental errors keeping this game close right now. Not something the Eagles can really afford to do. A couple missed opportunities, turnovers on a couple straight possessions. You don't want to see that happen here.
Charlton's first is good. He's been quiet tonight. We mentioned he's the leading scorer for this Flames team, averaging a little under 17 points a game. Flames going to need him late in this game if they hope to get back in it. Misses the back end of the 2 free throws. Poole over to McCrillis. He fakes it. Poole going to find Clay. He's going to stroke it. There it is. Called that one a little early. John Clay missing that one, 73-67. Poole going to pick up the foul. That's going to be 4. Check that. That's only going to be 2 on Poole. Had my numbers a little mixed up. This one's staying close, 73-67. Neither team scoring as much as they did in the first half, but going to be a back-and-forth battle. Eagles looking to walk away with a victory tonight, but they're going to need to play some good defense and see that offense come back around. That foul going to go on Pratt, just his second. Both teams with 4 fouls on the scoreboard. Offensive foul there. Thomas draws it on Reynolds. Poole brings it up, finds McCrillis up top. Eagles looking to get in formation. McCrillis now cuts inside, wide open. He pulls it, misses it. Poole able to get it back. Pratt pull-up jumper, no good. Thomas with a tip back, but Smith able to corral it. Charlton for 3, hits it. Luke Charlton, he's heating up in this second half. And it's a 3-point ball game.
It's a nice follow on his man who was dribbling towards the basket just to get spot up and shoot that three off the transition. Defense wasn't able to get there because they were all going down low to protect the basket.
Chris, I'd say the biggest difference that we've seen from the first half to now has just been the ball movement. It hasn't seemed like the ball has been flowing as well as it was in the first half.
No, a lot of mental mistakes, a lot of not communicating where you're cutting. It's unfortunate to see because they had such a strong offensive game in the first half and just haven't been able to replicate it. You knew they weren't going to be able to replicate another 62-point half probably, but it's been rough starting off. I mean, we're almost 7.5 minutes in and they've scored, 11 points, sorry. And so, you'd like to see a little bit more, but you just got to try and keep going. I mean, it's going to be tough the rest of the way.
There's probably only one team in the country that you oftentimes see replicate a 62-point half. They're out in California. You either love them or you hate them, the Golden State Warriors. But it's pretty difficult to be that consistent in both halves. Smith hits that one. It's a tie ball game. Flames outscoring the Eagles by 8 in this second half. Eagles only scored 11 points now. McCrillis swinging the basketball, pull up three, no good.
One bright spot to look at is the Eagles are already at the bonus. They'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way, so that'll be big. Still got a couple fouls until Welch gets there, and Eagles, if they can hit their free throws down the stretch, probably have a good chance of closing this one out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're still right in this basketball game. That's the nice thing about having a cushion at the half. You can afford to have a little bit of a bad couple of minutes in the second half. The Eagles, I wouldn't say are playing bad right now, but the Flames, you're starting to see some of those guys that had been quiet starting to turn things around, and that's why this score is tied. But they still have a chance now. Even though the game's tied, if they start playing some more fundamental basketball, they have a good shot at walking away with a victory tonight. We've got a timeout on the floor now with the score tied 73-73 with 11:50 remaining. If you missed the first half, Eagles scoring a season-high 62 points on 23 of 43 shooting, 3 of 9 from behind the three-point arc. The offense gone cold a little bit in the second half, but both teams playing better defensively right now. Welch trying to get back into it. They've tied it up. Eagles coming out of this timeout, going to need to find a spark offensively in a hurry because the Flames, some of their players just starting to warm up. Flames inbounding the basketball. They're bringing it forward. Smith guarded by Clay. Spencer Smith, he had 10 points in the first half. Travel called on him. He's got 13 plus in this one. McCrillis going for the basket. Head coach Mark Getch not exactly pleased with that charge call. That's 3 on McCrillis. That's big for the Eagles. That was Reynolds. He's able to finish. Flames take the lead for the first time tonight.
Another miscommunication. Cody Pratt playing out top. That's not where he belongs. Wasn't able to get back in time to cover the post. Easy buckets.
Kick to Poole, pull up. Missing that one, but Pratt able to get there, and he's going to get fouled. Be interesting to see who they call that on. If it's on 23, that'd be 4. Lucky for him, it's going to go on 35. That's Justice Wilson, or Tyler Justice, excuse me. I believe that's 3 on him. Check that. That's actually 4. Eagles now in the bonus the rest of the way. Good free throw shooting team. That could be the difference. Pratt hits the first. The second will be to tie it. course, we saw this game go down to the buzzer last year. The Flames walking away with a victory here on the home court after the Eagles beat them up in Nashville. Should be a good game the rest of the way.
Definitely looking forward to a nice, apparently now defensive struggle after they ran out to that huge offensive start. But it's always a weird contest with Welch. It seems like we can go to each other's place and give them a good game, but when we're back on our home court, we both seem to stumble a little bit. Hopefully Eagles can break that trend here and walk away with the win tonight.
Charlton, he's really been the spark plug for this Flames squad in the second half. He's the leading scorer. Had 2 fouls early on in that first half, so really sat most of the way. Wasn't ever really able to get in a rhythm, but he's gotten in a rhythm in a big way in this second half. And that's a big reason why the Flames have been able to turn around an 8-point halftime deficit into a 2-point lead at this point. Eagles not able to corral the rebound. Charlton now going to fix. Over to the corner, Thompson pull up. No good, McCrillis battle for it, keeps it. That one's stolen. Battle for the basketball. Johnson going to come away with it. Over to Clay. He's going to pull one. The shot's not falling right now for the Eagles, but shooters got to keep shooting. They're going to start falling. Fans getting into it. Chance of defense on the floor. Smith, McCrillis able to steal it up ahead of Johnson. He's got Shotomu trailing. He's going to take it himself. Blocking foul there on Charlton. May have been a bit of a makeup call there for the earlier one. Charlton going to pick up the foul. That's going to be his 4th. That's a big one for the Flames. Johnson now going to head to the free throw line.
Wasn't a good move by Charlton to stay in front of that one. I mean, he knows he's in foul trouble already, and he was still moving when he tried to get in front of Johnson. You're not going to get the charge call if you're still moving, and he ended up in the restricted zone when he made contact. It wasn't going to be – he should have just stepped out of the way and let Johnson make that easy layup.
Johnson misses that one. McCrillis gets the putback. Eagles with numbers forward. The Flames have been back. Clay over to Pratt in the corner. Pratt trying to get it over to Shotomu, but that one's stolen by Smith. Smith, pull-up jumper. No good. Clay going to keep it. He's going to push forward now. Coast to coast, John Clay in timeout. Head coach Mark Getch. Sometimes in games like this, you need individuals to step up. John Clay just did it on that play.
Definitely. Easy to get, or not easy usually to get the coast-to-coast buckets like that. Charlton unable to step up, knowing he already had 4 fouls, wasn't able to contest. Clay able to convert and make that easy bucket right there.
You definitely start to see in a basketball game like this, it's just back and forth, up and down. You start to see those opportunities happen, and really what it comes down to is you need to take advantage of those opportunities when you're given them.
Definitely. A couple possessions before, though, another mental error with the turnover. You got to cut those out. Back to a tie game, you don't have the cushion anymore. You can't be messing around. You got to make every possession count.
Another thing you're starting to notice, the Flames in some major foul trouble. You saw Charlton just pick up his 4th, but also Tyler Justice. He's sitting on the bench. He's been scoring in the second half. So to see both of those guys now out with 4 fouls, that could be huge for the Eagles and a chance for them in what's been an extremely fast-paced game to be able to come in and maybe assert their will here with about 9:22 remaining.
Definitely right now is your chance to get it inside to Cody Pratt. I mean, he's got a couple fouls on him as well, but the defense has to play a lot less aggressively now that they're getting into foul trouble.
Eagles still only have 14 points in this second half, a far cry from the 62 that we saw in the first half, but they're hanging tough. It's a 76-76 ball game. Either team could walk away with a victory tonight. It just comes down to which team wants it more. Barnett going to inbound it now. He's going to also do the honors of bringing it forward. Picked up by Clay inside the half-court line. Barnett trying to find Thompson. Fed inside. Newman Ward. We haven't mentioned his name a lot tonight. Pull-up jumper, no good. Barnett able to corral it now. He's going to drive baseline. Kick back to Thompson. Double team coming. Smith with a beautiful teardrop off the glass and in. And the Flames retake the lead. Chris, it's a 78-76 ball game in favor of the Flames. I think the biggest difference maker that you've seen in this second half, where have Jared McCrillis and Dakota Pratt gone? You saw them go big time in the second half. You even saw Dakota Pratt play well here right at the beginning. But since then, those two have gone completely silent. Also, Ian Johnson, you haven't heard anything from the guys who were filling up the stat sheet in the second half. Where have those guys gone?
Well, from Welch's perspective, that's exactly what they wanted to do. Their second half game plan was to shut down the leading scorers. They knew who the problems were, and they've adjusted accordingly. But at the same time, for the Eagles, they started getting fouls, and I feel like they just kind of stepped off. They didn't want to be too aggressive down the post because they didn't want to pick up any more untimely fouls when they need them later down the stretch. But they need them right now. They're down 2 with 8 minutes to go in what used to be now 3 in what used to be lead for the Eagles at the halftime.
Normally when you tune into a men's basketball game, you get to listen to Deontay Holmes tonight, joined by Chris Simmons. But one of the things that Deontay talks a lot about is just the importance of pounding the ball inside. Sometimes you just have to let the big man eat. And they've kind of gone away from that in the second half. You've seen them start to pull a few more three-pointers. The ball movement just hasn't been as good. They've started to take some shots like we just saw right there that are low percentage shots, whereas in the first half you saw a lot of dunks, you saw a lot of points in the paint. Those just have not been there in the second half. And the Flames have been able to take advantage in transition, and now they lead by 6.
And I know coming out of the second half, we saw the Flames go into a little bit of a 2-3 zone. It's kind of what they've stayed on right now. They were getting beat man-to-man, so they wanted to try and go into a zone to try and pack the box. That way they couldn't get the points in the paint. Points in the paint in the first half, the Eagles had 38. That was almost 2/3 of their points in the first half.
And that's going to be 4 there on Newman Ward. So the Flames in some major foul trouble here. The Eagles trailing, though, going to need to start scoring there to make that foul trouble a difference maker in the end.
I believe that's 3 on Welch with 4 right now, isn't it?
It is. I believe it's you've got Ward, you've got Charlton, and then I believe you also have Justice, number 35. Those 3 each have 4. The Eagles in the bonus the rest of the way, so that's something good, but they're going to need to make the free ones.
Ian Johnson missing both of them right there. They missed a ton of free throws so far in the second half. They can't have that. It's such a close game. They need to make those free throws to stay in it.
Barnett taking Clay towards the basket. Kick out to Mitchell, and we're going to get a travel by him. The Eagles catch a break, and Pratt back in. It's going to be important in the next couple of minutes. Dakota Pratt, you see him checking back in. He has to assert himself right now. The Eagles have to find ways to get the big man the basketball.
And when they're playing a 2-3 zone like they are right now, the best way to do that is get some perimeter movement around the outside, get it move, get them out of position, and then feed it down into the post so they can get the easy buckets. But John Clay with a big 3 right there.
John Clay hitting it exactly when the Eagles needed it. It's a 3-point game. Eagles hanging tough. Smith now working inside to below. That's going to be a travel. Looked like a wide open opportunity. The Eagles starting to catch a few breaks, but they're going to need a few more if they hope to walk away with this victory.
No, I was saying feed the post, but I don't mind if John Clay makes a couple more 3-pointers like that.
Over to Pratt now, fed back door to Thomas. Thomas working on Mitchell, outside to Clay for three again. John Clay hits it. John Clay, he's missed a lot of games this year, but he's showing up when the Eagles need him most. Chance of defense ringing out, 82-82. Eagles need a stop.
It was a 6-point game 2 possessions ago. It's now a tie game. Gotta like those John Clay 3-pointers.
Wide open man down the court. Clay didn't see him. Clay putting a move on over to Poole. He's gonna pull himself. And that one falls. Back 3-pointers. And we're gonna get a timeout by the Welch College Flames. Eagles hitting it when they needed it most. Timeout on the floor, 85-82. The Eagles had been down by 6, but the 3-point shooting just showed up. The Eagles now up by 3. Chris, I just talked about getting the ball inside, and then they start pulling 3-pointers and they just start falling from everywhere.
Definitely. I mean, when you want it inside and you want to pound that inside game when you have big men like Dakota Pratt and Jared McCrillis, but we also have shooters, and you knew that if they kept shooting, it was going to fall eventually. It just hadn't happened yet. We were starting to fall behind. You started thinking, man, we got to get some points. Might as well just go inside. But they did not think that. They stayed strong with their shooting game. They were confident, and now they're starting to fall, and they're getting the dividends from it.
Well, and I think the other thing a guy like Dakota Pratt brings to a basketball team is his presence inside. Oftentimes, the Flames know what the Eagles are trying to do. They're trying to get the ball inside of Pratt. So what you're going to often see is the defense collapse down to handle Pratt, and then that leaves guys like Poole and Clay just wide open from behind the 3-point arc. And if they're hitting it, that's another way that Dakota Pratt can make a difference in a basketball game.
Yeah, and Dakota Pratt now, after 3 straight 3-pointers, I wouldn't be surprised to see him get some points in the paint now, because now the Eagles are forcing Welch to commit to the 3-pointer. They're making them right now. Welch has to come out and contest. That's going to leave the paint wide open for players like Dakota Pratt, Andrew Thomas, and Jared McCrillis.
85-82, we're out of the timeout. Flames looking to get back into it. The fans as loud as they've been all year. This one, a fun one, and we're going to get a travel by Pelot. Flames starting to make those mental mistakes that the Eagles have been making. McCrillis now inbounds it to Poole. Eagles up by 3, looking to make it more. John Clay now drives baseline, tries to feed one inside. Clay maybe trying to do a little bit too much on that play.
Yeah, he definitely had a shot at the layup right there. Thought it was better to get it to his big man because he thought he might get blocked, but instead throws it off someone's feet, dribbles out of bounds. Refs say it's off the Eagles, so it's going to be Welch ball now.
Clay out, head coach Mark Getch looking to give him a breather. He's coming back off a long injury layoff, looking to keep his feet underneath him. Don't want to run him into the ground right now. You're going to need him later on in the season and later on in this one. Look for him to sit for maybe about a minute, and you'll see him back in pretty quickly.
Big thing right now for the Eagles, they need a couple defensive stops to widen this lead, and then when they start getting the fouls, they need to start making their free throws. They start dropping a few of those in the second half, weren't able to convert the free throws. They need to make them to stay in this game.
The big question mark with this lineup on the floor. The big question mark with this lineup on the floor, you're going to see Clay now come back in. But when you see that grouping on the floor, it comes down to who's going to take care of the basketball, who's going to do a good job of facilitating. Adam Poole, he's more of a shooting guard. You tend to see he likes to play off the ball. Shotomu maybe struggles a little bit in these situations to pass the ball. So it is going to be good to see John Clay back in the basketball game, but going to be something to watch for deeper in this season is who's really that second point guard. McCrillis inside, the big slam.
It's another big bucket by McCrillis, but as you were going back and talking about the shooting guard situation, as another offensive miscue by the Flames just gives the Eagles another possession.
The Eagles faithful getting to the Flames in this one. The defense, the pressure really turning up right now.
And that's the thing is right there on that the real last offensive possession where they had the man trapped down in the post. He threw it away down the court. And that's what the Eagles need to do right now. They need to get those possessions back.
Adam Poole, he's feeling it tonight. The shot is back, and the Eagles are up by 8. Adam Poole makes it an 8-point game. There was a little bit of a lull there, and you started to get nervous, but the Eagles answering the bell. And that one misses off Thomas's head, but he was able to get it back.
Dakota got caught playing too far up again. Luckily, they missed the free throw or the layup right there. John Clay going inside again.
Pratt just put his hands up over the little man, Charlton, able to get the rebound, and he's going to head to the free throw line. That's going to be 5 on Charlton. He's going to check out of the basketball game. Five fouls there on Luke Charlton. Eagles up 90-82 with 3:55 remaining.
Again, Welch with not much depth on their bench. I mean, that's really got to hurt when you have one of your top players going out with 5 fouls with almost 4 minutes left in this game.
Pratt misses the first. Eagles in danger of running away now. Missing that one. Mitchell gets the rebound.
Not going to run away with anything if they don't get the free throws right there.
Jared McCrillis trying to get that steal. That one would have been a nasty slam on the other end, but a foul going to be called on him. That's going to be 4. 90-82.
That's big, too, because that's 4 on McCrillis with almost 4 minutes left in this game, only an 8-point lead. You're really going to need him to stay on the court so you can really secure this lead going into
Mitchell misses that one. Eagles almost hit it out of bounds, but Pratt able to corral it. Poole bringing it forward. Hard pick there by Pratt. Over to Clay on the wing for 3 again. That one a bit too heavy for John Clay. He's been feeling it, but that one just wasn't having it.
Got a little bit too much adrenaline pumping right now. Thought he was shooting from NBA range right there.
That's going to be 5 by McCrillis. It's been a big night for Jared McCrillis. I believe he may have gotten 30 in this one, but Jared McCrillis ends this game as the 28th player in Eagles history to score 1,000 points. Definitely a good game for him. His teammates going to have to do it the rest of the way without him. Both free throws good, 6-point ball game. Flames staying pesky. But the Eagles don't need Fed inside, but Pratt was there. He misses that one.
Still 3 minutes to go, 2-possession game. This is getting really tight.
As we've mentioned, the Flames have a very good offense, so they can definitely get back into this one. The Eagles going to need to take care of the basketball. Over to Poole. He wanted the 3, but fed inside to Thomas. Back out to Poole. Travel called there on Thomas.
A little bit of a freshman mistake right there by Poole. Everyone else trying to tell him to pull it out, make sure that reset the offense, waste as much time as possible, took it inside, and then we lost possession right there without getting any points and without running much time off the clock.
Offensive foul there coming on Mitchell. That's going to be 3. If the Eagles do indeed walk away with this one, it's the Flames who beat themselves. A lot of fouls, some costly turnovers in the second half. But the Eagles, the shooting has been phenomenal tonight, and that's really been the difference maker.
Yeah, the Flames came into the second half after being torched in the first half, and they were able to work their way back in. They had a 6-point lead at one point, and all of a sudden the turnovers, the fouls, it all started falling apart. Now the Eagles are the ones with the 6-point lead with 2 minutes left here in the game.
Another foul there, called that time on Pillow. He's not happy about that one. The Eagles going to head to the free throw line. Fortunately, the Eagles, that one was really deep in the shot clock, not able to get a good shot, but really bailed out there by the foul.
Definitely. You saw Pratt on the rebound, though. It looked like he was about ready to put it back in, so it's good that they still were ready to get it in case they didn't get that foul bailout. Still not able to make their free throws right there. They really need to make these. I mean, it's only a 6-point game, still got 2 minutes left. That's a lot of time on the clock.
The Eagles are going to end up at the free throw line a lot in the next couple of minutes, and that's where this game will either be won or lost. Mitchell drives. Thomas now going to get called for the foul. That'll be 3 on Andrew Thomas in limited minutes tonight. Mitchell, he just hit the 2 on the other end. He's going to have a chance now to make this a 5-point game. With just under 2 minutes, he misses that one. Mitchell hits the second 6-point basketball game. With these Flames 3-point shooters, that's nothing. We saw the Eagles turn one of those around a little bit a couple minutes ago. Clay gets by, gonna drive. That's gonna be on Ward. That's gonna be his 5th, the second player for the Flames to foul out. Justice now to check in. He's got 4 of his own. The Flames' depth really being tested tonight. Clay with a chance here to potentially ice it at the free throw line. Clay misses that one. Clay hits that one.
7-point lead. Coach opted to go with the much faster, much more defensively minded show to move over the offensive Clay.
Smith fed inside to Pillow. He's been big tonight. He gets fouled hard, heads to the deck. He's going to head to the free throw line now. Pillow misses that one. A victory looking increasingly likely for the Eagles, but never say never. Eagles able to get it in bounds. Thompson now guarding Thomas. Thomas gets by, finds Poole. Eagles going to pull it back out wisely. That time Poole making the right decision. Shot clock violation by the Eagles. 92-86 is the score with 56 seconds left. Pull up Thompson from the corner, no good. Johnson coming away with it.
This is where it comes down to it. Doesn't matter what happened the whole game, doesn't matter what's happened towards the end of this game in the fourth quarter with the free throw shooting. They got to make them right now. This is the big moments. They got to make the free throws when they count.
Johnson hits that one, 8-point game. Thompson ahead, finds Mitchell. Now he's going to pull. Shot no good. The three-point shooting for the Flames has gone ice cold here. Pillow now working inside. That'll be 4 on Pratt. That's actually only going to be 3 on him. Eagles looking like they're going to walk away with a victory. 62 points in the first half tonight, only 32 now in the second. Thought they were definitely going to hit 100 tonight, but it's looking less and less likely. Eagles, though, will be happy just to walk away with a victory. 100 would have been the cherry on top.
It's not very often you see a basketball game at any level other than the NBA get up to a score this high. Eagles were able to control the game, let it get away from them a little bit early in the second half, but were able to get back into it, get their three-point shot going, and then able to finish it out on the free throw line right here, close it out, hopefully for the win.
Eagles still with an outside shot at 100. If the Flames were to hit a couple three-pointers here, the Eagles probably still have a couple chances at the free throw line coming. Eagles needing to take care of business with the free ones. Clay misses that one. He's been a little off from the free throw line tonight, not something you're used to seeing from John Clay.
No, definitely. He's been very consistent on the free throw line throughout the whole season. He's got a nice stroke, nice shot at the free throw line. Just a couple of them gone long, a couple of them gone short. They just haven't been able to convert them.
That one off of Mitchell. Eagles gonna take over. 1 second difference between the shot and the game clock. Eagles able to get it across now. Justice, he's gonna foul. That's gonna be 5 on him. He's out of the ball game. Flames being forced to dig deep into their bench. Pratt now with the Eagles up by 7. Has a chance to extend this lead. Dakota Pratt, he's got 20 points and 15 rebounds in this one. Give him 21. Thomas out of the ball game now. Horton in. You're also going to see Ludka. He'll probably check in for Pratt. Pratt going to miss the free throw, and the subs are going to have to wait. Smith pulling from distance, no good. Clay gets across half court, and then he's going to be fouled. We're going to get a flagrant. Flagrant called there on Thompson. This could be the opportunity for the Eagles to get to 100. John Clay going to shoot the first two and then have two more.
He's unable to knock him down right now.
Eagles up 97-88. They're going to be able to dribble it out. A hard-fought victory tonight, but something this team is desperately needed. Chris, the Eagles seem content. They're going to dribble it out. 97-88 is going to be your final. We saw an offensive display in the second half. The Flames starting to get back into it. Had the lead, but then the Eagles digging deep and digging as deep as they could tonight, able to come away, score late in the second half, and walk away with a victory.
Yeah, when you had Jared McCrillis foul out with 4 minutes left in the game, it looked like it was going to be a tough game for the rest of the way. But the rest of the Eagles able to tough it out till the end, started making their free throws towards the end, a couple of shaky ones, a couple of helpful fouls by the Flames towards the end. Eagles three-pointing come alive in the fourth, or not the fourth quarter, the end of the second half, I guess. And it was nice to see a very well-fought win for the Eagles tonight.
A hard-fought win, a well-rounded win. Eagles checking all of the boxes tonight, coming away with the victory in this one. Want to take a minute before we leave this broadcast to name tonight's player of the game. There's only one man it can be. It can be Jared McCrillis, the big man, finishing tonight 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He fouls out with 4 minutes to go. But early on in tonight's game, Jared McCrillis making history, becoming the 28th player in Eagles history to score his 1,000th point. Jared McCrillis, tonight's player of the game. Want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Make sure you come back tomorrow. 2 big region games. The girls playing Trinity College, a rematch of last year's NCCA South Region Championship game. The guys going to be taking on Trinity College, looking to go for 2 in a row. Make sure you tune back in. Keep up with the Eagles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as this season starts to wind down. And then make sure to tune in next Saturday, the big one against Bob Jones. I'll be here. Make sure you're here as well. For myself, Noah Frary, for Chris Simmons, have a wonderful evening.